Hi Capricorn. So you have to excuse the mess today. I don't know what you could see in the background, but this is gonna be a short video. I wanted to be a little bit more specific with, I guess, the type of jobs, the fields that you guys can dig for. Like I was, laying around the house or whatever, and then something was like, let's dig to see if we can put some names out there for people to Google and do research and just anything to help a person bring in some extra cash, right? And I sat here, I did a little bit of Googling, and then I was like, you know what, these are grown folks, they could Google too, because you gotta read and comprehend in your way for yourself. So what we have, and I will try my best to keep it short and don't lecture, we got the Four of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, the Hierophant. So one of the cards that wanted to fall out when I was shuffling was the Hermit. That's usually the card of introspection, going within, and so forth. But at the same time, now is not necessarily the time for that. So you guys already know with the Four of Wands, they indicate travel, excitement, excursions, events, gatherings, and so forth. Happy tidings pretty much. Five of Pentacles, there's usually salvation there if they would only look up and see it. To be honest, in my opinion, sometimes I think, yeah, they're in the front of, that institution, the church. Coincidentally, master of institutions, the Hierophant. But sometimes I like to tell myself they're just going around the back to get in. Because the thing with Five of Pentacles is it's about finding different ways and different paths, creating strategies to get what you want. Because there's like so much snow here. Maybe it's blocking the entrance, but there might have been more shading or shelter in the back, so it might be less snow and they could get through, or whatever excuse, reason, whatever. So Five of Pentacles, it's about you finding ways to be a part of this happy event thing going on over here. Four of Wands. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is like happy outcomes. And with the Hierophant, it suggests to me that, well, I even wrote it right here. Your happiness is in being true to you first and foremost, and doing the right thing for yourself. So it's kind of like do right by yourself. And that's a message I've been getting for like the last week or two for the earth signs period, is just, first to thyself be true. But so your happiness is going to come by doing what feels right for you. Now, when we talk about happiness, because this is a financial read, when we talk about happiness, we're talking about things that, for some of you, if you can afford it, they're going to require a small investment. For others of you, the investment might just be time and patience. You might have to put your efforts and your energy in and wait to see the results trickle in. But it's like that whole feed the pig mentality. I think the heat is messing with this. It's like the whole feed the pig mentality. So excuse me, I'm just trying to, my cocoa over here, I want to burn or something. Anyway, it's like the whole feed the pig mentality where you're going to have to put into it and sow the seeds, wait for the results to bloom. So now the thing with that is, and I lost my train of thought, oh my gosh. You see, the thing with that is, guys, is that you're trying to create a steady stream of income. For some of you, you are in places where you're not happy. For some of you, you don't have a place. Some of you are on unemployment. Oh my gosh. And for others of you, you're underemployed, like part-time workers. For some of you, you're taking on too many odd jobs and you're burning yourself out. Okay, so now the thing is, do you really want to work like 3 and 4 part-time jobs? And then when age 65 comes and it's time to retire, you're bringing home like, $500 a month in Social Security. And in the meantime, you're supporting families and stuff like that. So what are you going to retire with? So these are the things that, regardless of your age, you could be 55 right now. It's still not too late to invest in yourself. You could be 60. You could even be 65. Push your retirement back for 5 years and, you know, work, even if it's another 3 years, you push it back and just, you know, pad the, again, you know, feed the pig, pat it a little bit more. I'm rambling and I didn't get to the heart of it. So what I have here, right, is I made my little list. See, I tried my best. And I want you guys to write this word down, diversity fund. Okay, I will spell it out for you when I get to it, because I don't have the whole high-tech thing that flashes names on the screens. I'm like an old lady myself, so we don't do all of that currently. Anyway, so the message is here. Look for your happiness. You have to go find your happiness yourself. Success can come in an institution, but guess what? You are your institution. You can create your own institutions. Exercise caution, you know, do your due diligence. Now, Four of Wands, Five of Pentacles, that pairing, for starters, floral arrangements. Okay, look carefully up here. Do you see all of that? That's floral arrangements and event planning. Okay, I'm going to give you one tidbit now with floral arrangements. Floral arrangements, as sad as it is, you can partner up with funeral parlors. If you have a thing with flowers, everybody always likes the way you arrange them. You can partner with funeral parlors and you can provide floral arrangements. You can even let them know, hey, I make wreaths, so, you know, and so forth. And then when these things have to happen, it would be nice if the family can contact you for low cost wreaths and so forth. So if you can get on the websites of funeral parlors, that's a good way for you to get your floral arrangements out. Most diners, right, because diners are still open, most diners, instead of a placemat, they give you that square paper. And when you look at it, to put your food on, you know, put your plate over, instead of a placemat, you get that disposable square paper. Most of them are advertisements for local businesses. So you can even look into getting your information included in those little square mats. A lot of people pay attention to it, believe it or not, right? So that's a good way to advertise yourself. So funeral parlors, as far as making floral arrangements, event planning, where that's not my forte, but again, you can host events online. For any of you that can teach, for any of you that have any type of skills that you can teach, even if you want to teach kindergartens how to tie shoelaces and mommy and daddy is willing to pay $2 to $3 a head, you can host that online. There's a lot of niche markets you can create and make for yourselves out there. So event planning, we have Meetup. Who else do I'm usually on Clubhouse. Well, I just joined Clubhouse. I'm on Clubhouse. Zoom is where I usually am at. And I'm also part of Udemy, Udemy. And just a disclaimer, I do not get paid from anyone for anything, for any reason in regards to these names that I'm dropping. So I'm not like trying to promote for anyone because they're not paying me. It would be nice if they hear the name dropping and they want to send me a small check. I will accept it in Jesus' name, but I'm not getting paid. I'm just trying to see if I can help people help themselves. Okay, something like that. So, you know, those are platforms that are out there, and there's so many growing platforms that I need to update myself, as a matter of fact, right? Real estate. Now, this is interesting. I keep, telling people about investing in real estate. For those of you with a low credit score, you can do FHA financing. Go online and do FHA financing. Your scores have to be, I believe, a minimum of 550 to no more than 620. Some people ask you for a 580 score. Anything over 620, they're going to be pushing you for a conventional loan, and that's where it gets sticky and it might not happen. So you want to have roughly a 580 score and you do FHA, but it can happen 550. Before the pandemic, I was reading about 500. You just have to have a down payment. And even now, down payments, they can work that into your mortgage, because It's called a concession. And most people shoot for a 6% concession. So if the house was selling for, let's say the house was going to sell for like $10. If you ask for a 6% concession, they're agreeing to let you have $6 off that price. That concession price now becomes a part of your down payment. Something like that. I'm a little bit rusty. You know, you can ask these questions. You can Google. I'm just giving you ideas, right? Places where you can go for these loans, you should start with the FHA first, but Quicken Loans is a place. Quicken, Quicken Loans. Amerisave, Amerisave. There is Discover, there's Lending Tree, there's VA loans. Do your due diligence. I'm not telling anyone to apply for anything or anything like that. One thing I will tell you is don't have your credit score run. Ask a whole lot of questions before you give up them SS digits, because the thing to that is you can have as many people run it, but only in that one instance, like in that 1 week for that 30-day period. And hopefully you get approved, because you don't need too many inquiries showing up on your report like you're desperate for credit. So when you're going to be shopping around, you have to do your footwork, take notes, write everything down, talk to your spouse, talk to Jesus, you know, all that good stuff before you start letting people run your credit. So low score financing. And the thing with that is when you get this property, I believe you have to live in it for at least a year before you can sell it, if your intention is to flip it. And for those of you that just want to get into their own homes, this is great, because it's, you know, home ownership is great. There's some people that say otherwise. I'm not going to go there. I'm just trying to, you know, spread the word out for who wants it. Property investing, which is the word I was showing you guys before. Diversity Fund, Diversy Fund. I found them online. You need a minimum of $500 to invest. Again, do your due diligence, because I'm sure there's plenty of other people like that out there. I'm sure you guys heard what happened with GameStop and the whole hedge funds, and I'm sure somebody got fired over that. It was crazy. It was one for the people. It was iconic. But I can't waste a video and go in on that. I didn't, you know, get in on any of that, but that was great. Designing, okay? You guys can do holiday occasions. You can design for friends and neighbors as far as actual home decor. My mom, God bless her little heart, is a Santa Claus fanatic. So for the holidays, she actually goes to like her church members' homes, and they pay her to set up their trees and, you know, do all the decorating and stuff like that. It's been like a little movement. My sister is doing it as well. And, you know, there's people in, you know, suburbs and different areas that they go around and they set stuff up for other people, and you pay them a little 20 or 50, whatever, you know, y'all agree upon, or whatever is in your budget. But the whole point is these people, they have a natural eye and a passion for what they do. So something as simple as making an everyday wreath, because you don't need wreaths on your door just at like Easter and Valentine's. You can have your everyday wreath. So, you know, you can buy your materials and make these things and sell them. You know, sell them a little bit of elbow grease. You're doing something that you like. Even if you get like 4 or 5 sales a month and you already sold one for like $25, that's, you know, the materials are cost effective, so you will make your profit. Okay, wreaths, window decorating. You know, some people like their windows with like the strip lights in them and flowers and all that pretty stuff. There's a niche for that. There's a niche for that. You know, the people that sit home and they put the hot chocolate in the mugs with the peppermint sticks on top, and they tie it up with fancy bows. They sell stuff like that. You know, just little things. It's like you selling your skills. Okay, schools, because the Hierophant deals with institutions. So we already covered funeral parlors, schools. You can organize events for kids. You can have a a non-profit, not-for-profit. This takes a little bit more footwork with paperwork and stuff like that, but you can also organize these events online. So it's great for some parents if at, like, let's say, you know, your kid gets up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, meanwhile you're still tired. If your child has a 7 a.m., 7:30 class with someone teaching them how to make sock poppets for, 45 minutes, no sharp tools involved or whatever. You can lay on the floor next to your kid while they have their class, something like that. And the child is learning something, because a lot of these handmade crafts, I don't know how to coin it. A lot of these skills are being slowly done away with, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, people seem to be not wanting to make anymore. Everything is coming in a can. So, just organize something for kids and start it from there. Bookkeeping, you can learn QuickBooks. Is it QuickBooks? Yeah, you can learn QuickBooks, and you can start to keep books for people that work from home. There's some people that they're nannies, they're dog walkers, they're stuff like that. People with these little small businesses do need a little bit of help. So you can start there. And for small business owners, small business owners, you can arrange to be a pickup spot for FedEx, UPS, DHL, Amazon, Dropbox. So if you're like a small business person and your business needs, if your business needs a little bit more income, you can look into doing that as well. And then for the normal masses, you can be a notary public, because what is it? People usually charge about $2 a sheet to notarize a paper. So you can look into be a notary. Just the whole point of this is to hopefully give you some ways where you can go online with a better direction of what to search for in Google and see what fits you according to your plans, according to your skills, I guess, your skill set. Something like that. Anyway, I went over with this video. I'm so sorry. It's kind of long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. So comment below and let me know what you think, Capricorn. Thank you.